Another installment of Pop Culture Anonymous, a chat of all things pop culture related. I am Ish, also known as Empty Pockets Collector. Can I borrow $1? And I'm joined today by a lovely panel of people. I'm talking to you, Zach. Fuck yeah, I'm talking to you. Of the members here on Pop Culture Anonymous. So without further ado, I'm going to let them go down the line and kind of introduce themselves to new viewers. So Ace, take it away, brother.
Okay, Ace here. You can find me on Ace of Spades on YouTube. Glad to be here. Hope everybody enjoyed the show.
All right, Angel, that's you, bro. You're next in line, brother.
Angel from New York. Glad to be here again, once again. Thanks for having me.
Cheska, if I gotta say your name, girl, I'm gonna jump right through this computer screen.
On my,
See the lineup.
on my screen, it shows that Daniel is next. So.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. See murder.
Doesn't matter. Oh, so me? Okay, so my name is Daniel's Court on YouTube. You can find me there. I do reviews on unboxing, haul videos, so catch me there.
And Cheska.
No, it says Gina. What screen are you looking at?
Mother of God, I'm looking at mine. Just
Oh, you skipped Gina.
What's up? What's up? It's Cheska. I might as well just get it over with.
Gosh.
All right, and continuing on with this train wreck, we have Gina. What's going on, Gina?
Hi everyone, I'm Gina, and you could find me on YouTube under Gina Xbyte.
And finally, last but not least, the bearded wonder, the hair chick himself, Zach. What's going on, Zach?
What up? Yeah, expectations, also known as Zach. You can find me at Mike4K. I got
a huge tattoo collection.
I'm confused.
Now, the first thing we're going to get into is the movie segments. The movie segment is going to be spearheaded by Gina. But before we get into that, I have some extremely exciting news. A lot of these guys don't know about it, but I acquired a sponsor for the show, and it's Harold's House Shoe Emporium. He'll be sponsoring us, and just a brief commercial for them. They sell house shoes, they do VCR repair, and car stereo alarms. So be sure to check them out. And
do they take food stamps, bro?
Yes, they do. And they'll take old hubcaps as trade.
EBT, everything.
Do they have like orthopedic insoles?
Well, those are special made, but yes, they can do them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So we'll let Gina continue on with the movie segment.
So yeah, I guess in terms of the movie news, I guess the big hoopla this week is the rumor that the Planet Hulk comic arcs or story arc will be inserted in the new Thor movie. So they're going to sort of combine it somehow or make it half the movie part of or. So that's what everyone's sort of getting up in arms at. This is what the collectors has been waiting for. This is what collectors have been asking for in terms of Hulk. So he's not getting his solo movie. You know, people were asking, oh, you know, can we please see a Planet Hulk movie? But I guess this is the closest we're gonna get. So now this is just a rumor because Marvel has not confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems kind of mostly true. Like it seems like this is gonna happen. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you guys think about this. And you know.
I'd say my biggest fear is that they don't give that storyline enough shine, enough airtime. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they just kind of focus, and they're just like, hey, look, this is the Hulk in gladiator wear, you know, or something. You know, I hope they give it its proper, amount of length of time that, you know, they can kind of let that story shine through. Because it's going to be Thor Ragnarok, correct?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then they're basically. So yeah, I'm sort of glad that you mentioned that, Ish, because basically they're sort of combining both storylines.
Mm-hmm.
And they did say that that this will only be part of the Thor movie. So you're right. It's definitely not a standalone film. It's just part of this 2.5-hour movie. So,
I
Yep.
hope it's not a cameo, and I hope they do it justice with both combining both storylines. And to make it official, I will say that if Sideshow puts out a Mark Ruffalo Gladiator Hulk, I will quit the hobby.
So basically, the way that the rumor is sort of progressing is that Jeff Goldblum, the actor who's going to play the villain, the Grandmaster in the movie, he's the one that's going to be running the gladiator competition. And the rumor states, or the rumor is sort of stating that Thor will somehow be inserted into this competition, and that's where Thor meets Hulk. I'm not giving any spoilers away because this is just rumors, So
Yeah, but it makes sense. I could see that.
Yeah,
I'm facing off, but at the same time, it almost seems like just a brief battle kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. But what I'm more interested in is Jeff Goldblum in the movie. I wonder if he got it because of his acting chops or if somebody owed him a favor. What do you guys think?
Are you not a Jeff Goldblum fan? Or?
Oh, I loved him in Independence Day. Best movie ever.
Okay.
You don't like him in Jurassic Park?
Yeah, Jurassic
Oh yeah, he
Park,
was in
man.
that too.
He was
right?
great
Yeah,
in
that
Jurassic
guy.
Park. Yeah.
Yeah, the dinosaurs were good.
I think this would be great for Hulk to, we can see exactly, somebody that can match Hulk's strength and have like a fight for fight with him, It'd be really great because we saw that in the helicarrier in the first Avengers with the Thor. It'd be really fun to see like Hulk just go all out and somebody be able to match him. That's what I want to see.
I'll replace Silver Surfer and replace Beta Ray Bill and maybe throw Thor in there and make it to where, like, 'cause I'm pretty sure I saw a thing where he's looking for a weapon of some sort. And so, whether he's looking for it on that planet gets captured or maybe the victor gets that weapon or something. I mean, we're looking for a fight. I'm assuming that it would be in the arena. Yeah? No?
I think it's a bad idea.
It would be nice if Hulk got his own movie and they focused on that storyline, but I mean,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And with that said, do you guys think this is gonna be some sort of like Easter eggs, cameo, or some sort of like at the end of the movie,
It sounds like it's going to be a
credits?
pretty big part of it, because I don't think that they would invest that much in, for just like a cameo. I think it's probably going to be incorporated, within the Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the second act, so we'll probably check out the second act.
Planet Hulk is always regarded really well, so I think that they have a lot of good material to work with, and that could potentially lead to World War Hulk. I know that that's not quite as popular, but I mean, I don't think the Marvel Cinematic Universe has really let us down recently, so I have faith.
That's exactly it.
And they should hold off, though. They should hold off.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see them doing that, but it would be nice. But then again, they surprised me with Doctor Strange. I mean, I know they announced it, but that trailer was pretty badass. So
it was.
If they can pull off Civil War and Ant-Man, they can pull off Hulk and Thor movie, man. I mean, those two movies, they're so well. Ant-Man's not huge, but Civil War is. But Ant-Man's just its own. Like, who would go see an Ant-Man?
Now, do you think if they were to get the very talented Zack Snyder to do the Hulk movie, it'd be successful?
No, man.
But I mean, I think Marvel has been really successful in doing their version, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been really successful in doing their versions of these storylines. So it's not perfect. They're not always authentic to the comic books, but they take the essence of it and they do their version of these storylines. They're not they're not perfect, but I think they always somehow succeed. And as I totally agree with Daniel that Civil War was the perfect example. There was it certainly variated from the comic book, but they did their own version. And it worked quite well. So maybe the same thing with Planet Hulk. I think people are also really excited to see Hulk in his armor. That's what people want to see, this version of Hulk. You know, so.
Yeah, I just don't want to see Mark Ruffalo.
He's a good actor.
He is. It just bothers me that his likeness
He's
is
the
in
Academy
the Hulk
Award.
because
He's
Hulk turns into a monster. He doesn't. You don't see him looking like Bruce Banner. Like, hey, look, it's Bruce Banner in the face of the Hulk.
Well, in Planet Hulk, man, the Hulk gets rid of Bruce Banner, so there's no Bruce Banner there. So maybe he
Right,
just
but
goes
I'm
full
saying when
Hulk.
he transforms into the Hulk, that he loses all likeness of Bruce Banner. You
But then
know, I understand it's Hollywood and he's an actor and he's got to have his face on there to get his cut of the money and rights and all that stuff. But it's just like you just look at him and it's like, yo, that's Green Ruffalo.
I think what's going to be curious to see too is how he actually speaks when he speaks like Hulk. Because right now it's just like Hulk smash, but when he actually tries to like say sentences and talk to people, it's not gonna. Well, it'll be interesting to hear how he talks or how he takes that. How Hulk
Would you be upset if they gave him a very intelligent English accent?
just turn
Like, oh, I can't believe it's you.
it.
Well, that'd be interesting to see if they keep Lou Ferrigno or
Well, he's the
if,
voice of the Hulk
yeah,
now, right?
yes.
Interesting. I did read an article. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can elaborate on this and sort of clarify this. You guys may know more about this than I do. That because Universal Studios still has some, I guess, power or some sort of control over the Hulk movie franchise, Marvel Studios is not allowed to do an independent Hulk film. So they're only allowed to use Hulk as part of the Avengers. Marvel Studios can only use Hulk as part of the Avengers. So this is sort of a creative way of Marvel Studios doing the Planet Hulk without being able to do an independent movie. I read that somewhere. Maybe you guys can, maybe someone here know more about that.
I read the same thing also.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Wow, that's very smart of them, right? To just get around it like that. Yeah.
It's very Disney-like.
why not do the same thing like what they did, what Sony
Spider-Man.
did with Marvel Studios?
Yeah.
They could do the same thing too, and
Yep.
same thing with Fox.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
What do you think? There's
do
a
the movie correct.
server?
They could do the Planet
You
Hulk
said, is
correct.
there a chance to show Silver Surfer in there?
No.
Yeah, or Galactus one day. No, I'm just saying eventually.
Eventually,
No.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think that's the ultimate goal is just to try to work with these other companies so they could do the movie correctly.
Yeah.
So I mean that would be a great idea, for them to do that.
Yeah, fuck the Fantastic Four. Just get Silver Surfer and Galactus. I'm happy.
When it flopped hard again, so I thought I read somewhere that there was talk of them possibly being interested in doing something with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but
supposed to be a
they
part
need
two,
to
I
give them
heard.
justice for the Fantastic Four. I think they deserve a good movie.
I finally got around to seeing that movie because it was on HBO. And after about 3 hours of bathing my eyes in pure alcohol, I actually couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it. I just,
Wow.
oh, fuck, man. When I saw Doom or whatever that fucking was, I was like, dude, get out of here, man. Done. I just turned it off. Couldn't do it. Sue Storm was awesome, though. I thought she was a cool Sue Storm.
She was really.
That's
Are you
it.
being sarcastic or?
No, I'm actually being honest. I think she
Okay,
was
so
awesome.
because I have a point on that because the part of the background story and part of the rumors was that the turmoil behind the scenes actually was generated because of that actress who's playing Sue Storm.
This is for the new one? Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry?
I said that's interesting because...
Yeah, because basically the director did not want that actress casted. He was adamant, and the studio forced him to take her, and he had not a word to say to her on the set. For the entire... So that caused a lot of turmoil. That was the beginning. This is just what I've read. There's always two sides to every story. So, but basically, yeah. So Ish, you said that she did a good performance.
Yeah, that was it. Reed Richards, I wanted to punch him in the face repeatedly. I just thought, I don't know, I just think they fell short for the rest of the cast, but I think she was great.
Okay.
So
I kind of
I
felt
don't
like
understand. Huh?
I kind of felt like they didn't have no chemistry, like the actors, for some reason.
Like it wasn't believable, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had no chemistry, like, to make like a great cast.
Mm.
I've heard a lot
But,
of people say that actually, that was the worst part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one last point on
all
the
right,
planet.
moving on.
Moving on. No. Well, one last point on the Planet Hawk. Just before I forget, who here has the Gladiator Hawk or the King Hawk PF?
I have the Gladiator.
I got both.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
guys? All right. Because I'm wondering. I'm just asking because I'm wondering if it's going to go up in price if this storyline is confirmed. That's all.
I don't know. I don't know.
Price
I
on
think
Hawk is about 1,000, I think, going rate.
Yeah.
I bet
If it does go on price, I might trade mine for a Doom. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Hey, Ish, Tony
Yeah.
wants an invite.
Well, all right. Keep going, guys.
that
Yeah.
Gladiator still my whole collection. So I think in time, I think they'll both go up because they're both awesome pieces.
But yeah, I'm not sure if they can ever be topped. I'm not a Hulk fan, but those are beautiful. If I was going to get one Hulk statue, it would probably be the Gladiator Hulk.
It's so impressive.
Heartwarming.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
beautiful, and it's funny because a lot of articles that are running the story about the Planet Hulk in the Marvel movies, they're actually showing photos of that statue.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's sort of a testament to its beauty, right? And that
I
Hmm.
would get that,
yeah,
I would recommend it.
awesome.
Now, okay,
Price,
I
price
haven't
is good.
seen X-Men. Ace hasn't seen X-Men, but everybody else here has seen X-Men. I personally don't give a rat's behind if they talk about X-Men. I'm not extremely hyped for it. I still want to see it. So if you guys want to go ahead and talk about X-Men, you guys are
Yes, please.
ready to
I don't want to.
fire away.
I haven't got a chance to see it yet. No way.
Oh,
Oh, why
Oh.
didn't you say anything?
yeah.
We talked about this. All right, so he just completely caused dead. Thank you very much, Zach.
You guys can talk
We
about
can
it.
wait. We can wait till.
Gina had a great little piece about the movie that I read, and I loved it. It actually got me more excited because, again, it's like you kind of hear bad reviews, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be crap. And then you read a review, and you're like, oh, see, it ain't gonna be that bad, just like every other X-Men movie. But to me, that means 2 thumbs up. So I'm really looking forward to still seeing it. I just haven't had a chance to.
Yeah. No, I mean we could talk about it when everyone's seen the movie. But yeah, I went in with low expectations, and I found it quite entertaining. It worked on certain levels, and if you're a fan of the X-Men, I think you're gonna enjoy it. So, but does everyone want to sort of move on? We could talk about X-Men when everyone's seen it.
Well, let me ask you a
That
question,
sounds good.
and this isn't going to be a spoiler or anything. Who was your least favorite character in that movie?
Good question.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And a follow-up, who was your most favorite character in that movie?
Well, yeah, and I got a question too after those 2 questions. So
That's a good question.
Yeah, so whoever's seen it, you guys go ahead. You guys can answer that.
So, least favorite was Sophie Turner. Was Jean Grey.
Wow, that's sad.
Straight up.
Still did not impress me. Still annoyed the shit out of me. Gosh, she would be my favorite character.
winter's coming.
Gosh, I don't know. That's hard because I actually think that a couple of them did a really good job. Like I think that Michael Fassbender did I think this was a really good portrayal of Magneto out of all the movies he's done. I thought that this was really great. Shit, who was good? Quicksilver was great. His scenes
You
were some
can't
of my
say
favorites.
Magneto. I mean, come on, Magneto's always good. Like,
That is true. Okay, I'll retract that. I'll retract that statement. You know what? I did not think that. I didn't think Cyclops was that bad. Like, as someone that I actually usually, he's one of my least favorite characters, in general. Like, not like necessarily in the movies, but in the comics, I hate Cyclops because I'm totally, Team Jean and Wolverine. But his character was about what I would expect him to be like. He was kind of like that needy type of person. I think he did a good job. He's not my favorite character, but
So who was your most favorite character?
I don't think these movies have, because I'm not like a big fan.
Okay, listen, gun to your head. You have to give somebody an answer. Who do you choose?
Damn it, Gina, you go.
No, I mean, I think,
Moira, can I pick Moira?
Moira McTaggart. I agree with Cheska, though. It's really hard to choose, I guess, the favorite X-Men in that movie, because you're sort of torn between who your favorite character is and who did the best performance. Who did the best performance may not necessarily be your favorite character, right? So you're kind of torn. But I think
you guys are like being women right now.
Women, exactly. They can't choose.
And you're like, get a can of corn.
I'll be a man. Hold on. I'll be a man and give a 2-second answer. No, I would agree with the.
What are you trying to say?
No, I would agree with Cheska. I think Quicksilver was one of my favorites in that movie. And I did like Charles. I just think that actor, he just does an amazing job or amazing performance as Charles Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
He also adds a bit of humor in Charles Xavier, which we don't necessarily always see in the comics, and in a good way. It's sort of cheeky humor. So those two are my favorite. My least favorite X-Men in that movie may have been Psylocke.
I knew it.
Because you already have a hate for Olivia Munn, right?
I do, but
you know what, though? It didn't really have anything to do with her. They just so underutilized her, and I don't like the way that they left things with her. That was my least favorite.
I just found that she looked fat in the movie. So.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh God,
That was good.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That was good.
She ate too many pizzas. No, I'm just kidding. No, she did good. No, I mean, there's so much more they could have done. Oh, and I really did like Nightcrawler. He did a pretty good job. So.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Jubilee.
She was.
Oh.
She didn't talk.
She was like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't even start. Yeah.
Well, I don't like
Anyway,
That's fine.
Yeah. But we can all talk about X-Men when we've all seen it, and then.
Okay.
We can definitely go into more depth. But I do want to bring up one point before I forget, or one other topic. Some really brand new sort of movie breaking news is the front runner actress to play Captain Marvel is Brie Larson. So they're saying she's pretty much on the top of the list and very close, which would be amazing. I mean, you're talking about an Oscar-winning actress, and this is what Marvel does the best. I mean, they're really good at casting. And yeah, so I'm really excited for this.
I thought a couple of weeks ago they were saying like Chloe Muntz or like what's her name from Kick-Ass?
Yeah, right.
Oh God, no.
I thought that was her, but
she's pretty cool.
She's a little young for that role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Captain
Marvel
Marvel is a fighter pilot, and she's already assumed the role of Captain Marvel, so she should be a little bit older.
Yeah.
What else has she been in? Because I don't even recognize her.
So she was in.
Neighbor.
Mhm.
She was Hit Girl, wasn't she?
Hit Girl, yeah.
Yeah, she was in.
Yeah.
Really? That's Hit Girl?
No, not the one you're showing. No, he's showing the other.
That's not her, yeah.
Yeah, she was in this independent movie called Short 12 Term, which she got a lot of accolades for.
Or
And
maybe this movie is releasing in 10 years from now?
yes, yes. But basically, she plays a guidance counselor, but she's a very hard-ass guidance counselor. So to sort of see her transition to a fighter pilot, it makes sense. You could see it. She plays, and then she won last year for the movie The Room. She won an Oscar for The Room.
Is it?
No,
Sorry?
that's not her.
I thought you guys said Brie Larson.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
Brie Larson.
That's what I was asking. If that's her.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, that's her. That's her. She was also in the Amy Schumer movie that just came out.
She was a sister. Trainwreck.
Yeah, Trainwreck.
I thought you said Chloe.
Well, no, that's who they first they mentioned that she may potentially be in it, but that was scrapped.
Okay.
And then someone else. Did any of you guys ever watch Battlestar Galactica? The newer show. So Starbuck, the blonde-haired pilot, she for a really long time was like people and fans were advocating for her to play Captain Marvel, and I'm gonna be beyond disappointed because I actually was listening to a podcast that she was on. It's like the Women of Marvel podcast, and they even brought it up to her, and she said how much she would love to play that character. And I think that if I were to imagine like one actress to play that character, like look-wise, she would be the defining character, like the defining person for that. She looks the part. She's already played a pilot. I don't think Brie Larson's a bad choice. I mean, she's a good actress. I've just not really seen her in enough films, and Captain Marvel is one of my favorite characters. Someone else that for a long time they were talking about Charlize Theron possibly playing her too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think
That's right.
Yeah, she would have been great, but
I think they guess they're going for someone younger. So
yeah,
but trust me, if you see that movie 12 term, she's just super kick-ass in that movie. She's just a hard-ass. She's just a hard-ass, kick-ass, take charge kind of character in that movie. So I could definitely see her in this. I guess, yeah. I mean, all those choices are good. I was just reading that another choice that was on the list, or another actress that was on that list, was Bryce Howard Dallas.
Oh no, thank God I didn't know her.
I don't think she's anyone's favorite. So, yeah, I think the fact that this has been leaked probably on purpose is pretty good. Evidence that this is where they're going. So,
I'm okay with that.
I'm not sure if this is old news, but did you hear that Marvel sniped Michael B. Jordan to be in the next Black Panther movie?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I
he
heard
said
that.
he's gonna be in it.
He's supposed to be play a villain, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, good.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like Black Panther or anything. He's just a side character.
No, they already casted the dude for Black Panther.
Well, yeah, I know, but you were saying
Yeah, I just don't really, he ruined.
He didn't ruin anything.
He was one of the
He's
factors.
a good actor.
Listen, dude.
Rocky was actually pretty good, man. The last one. Did you watch it?
Apollo, or what is it called? Apocalypse?
Yeah, Apollo.
Creed.
It was good.
Creed was really, really good.
He was in it. Did you guys hear that Disney's reshooting the last part of Rogue One all over again? I guess they finalized it.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Did you guys already talk about it?
Tell us, Tony.
Nothing. You guys already know.
No, we didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it.
I don't know what's going on.
Tony, you say what you read, and I'll tell people what I read.
No, I didn't read anything. I heard it on the radio. I've
Okay.
seen that they basically sat down, watched the movie, and they hated it, so they're reshooting it.
Yeah.
That's basically the gist of what I got.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. So, yeah, apparently they're doing master reshoots. Apparently there's issues between the director and Disney. The director has his vision, and Disney has theirs, which is not a surprise because Disney had issues with J.J. Abrams when he was filming his. So, yeah. So,
We'll
and
see what
basically,
happens.
yeah, exactly. Apparently, it was tested with audiences, and it wasn't too favorable. So, and then of course, Disney's doing sort of the PR management right now and saying, oh, reshoots are just part of every movie, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's not very often when a movie does massive reshoots that it can salvage it to be a really good film. It could, so we'll see.
Now, does anybody know what is Donnie Yen like the Kung Fu Jedi? Or is he a villain, or what is he in that movie?
He's
Because he's one of my favorite martial artists. Role is in that movie.
No.
I think he's like he's not a Jedi, but he's probably like a trainer or something like that for like just regular people, something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's my homeboy. I hope he kicks a lot of ass in that movie.
Donnie Yen looks badass in there.
Is anybody excited as much as I am for TMNT 2? The Turtles?
I just want to see Bebop and Rocksteady. I even picked up the comic today, man.
Same here. Bebop, Rocksteady. I want to see how they do Crane.
Yeah.
So
Shredder's got a new costume.
Crane's gonna be like Shredder 2.0 from the first movie. He's gonna be terrible.
So basically, the Turtles they live in New York City. They live underground in the sewers. There they hide. So Ish, can you explain why in the trailers the Turtles are on top of an airplane?
I believe they were making.
Ish, have you seen the movie?
Yeah, I got an early screening. I forgot to tell you. Oh, we got a new sponsor, and he's the one that got me into the early screening.
Who, Michael Bay? Michael Bay?
Yes. Well, they're our sponsor, our new sponsor. He went to school with Michael, and they got me in. But it's a really good movie, dude. Especially when Arnold shows up. That's probably one of my favorite cameos.
Oh.
No, I did not see it, but I want to see it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm more excited to see this than I was the first one.
And why is that? Is it because of
Because they touch more on the Turtles, man. Like how, like I know the Turtles from the cartoons, and so it's like seeing Rocksteady and Bebop and Krang and the Turtles van that shoots out the freaking the sewer lids, like straight up. That's what it should have been in the beginning, or the first one, but we didn't get that. So
good luck.
I'm not like overly like super hyped, but I am excited to see it more so than X-Men.
Wow.
Because I need to see it for myself. I'm not.
Has everyone watched?
See, you guys saw it, so you guys already know, like, it exceeded what you guys thought it would be. I'm still in that.
I didn't see it.
I hope it's good. You know what I mean?
So you're basically saying that you would choose the Ninja Turtles over
X-Men. Correct.
I don't think so, bro.
What was the question, sir?
Agree to disagree. Go watch it and then talk. How about that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
We're not talking about it today, right? We're talking about it next week.
I'm not dissing it in the slightest. You got to understand. I have low expectations because I haven't seen it. You guys have seen it and we're surprised, and that's why you're talking, positive about it. And so I need to be in that boat. I need to see it for myself and go, oh wow, okay, this is definitely what they've been talking about and
What?
I'm not.
What the hell?
He said I.
Okay, so I feel that the Turtles is going to be like the new Ghostbusters movie, where they're marketing to a lot younger generation. They're not really catering to us,
See, what scares me about these movies...
Yeah, they're marketing to kids, man.
What scares me about these movies is that, like...
I've been told I'm very childish, so maybe that's why I want to see it.
when kids like watch these movies, they're gonna refer to them as the definitive Ghostbusters or the definitive...
Oh, please, no.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're not going to be watching the old ones. That's my problem with it, because they just say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are Ghostbusters. People aren't going to look back and see exactly what the Ghostbusters were. It's the job
of the parents. My son has seen the original Ghostbuster movies. he's seen the original Turtles movies, with the exception of 3, because that was just fucking horrible. You know, so
Yep.
he already knows what the goodness is, and he will not be, you know, tainted with the evil new Ghostbusters.
My kids know what's up.
I don't have kids, so I'm not worried about that.
Awesome.
Well, you don't. You just go around your neighborhood, Cheska, and you hand out VHS tapes of these classics to the kids, and you have them watch them.
You just make sure all your dogs watch the original Ghostbusters. And
You know, I saw the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in the theaters. So and I had fun. I remember.
Do you have
So did I.
their costumes?
No, back then the costumes were amazing.
It was good, right? The animatronics
was.
and all that stuff, right?
It was. We were wondering how do they do that, you know?
And I knew that they were humans in a costume because I knew that they didn't mutate real turtles to be portrayed in the movie, so it had to be humans in a costume.
Well, like talking about sequels, has everyone seen the new Bourne movie sequel? Like the trailer, sorry?
Well, I saw what I saw.
I think I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
What do you think? So I mean, I'm kind of glad that that he's back. You know, the original Bourne.
Is that what Jason
And
stated?
they're like,
Matt Damon's getting
I'm
more
not-
work.
So that looks good.
is
I'll
Jimmy
see it.
Kimmel
I'm gonna
in
see
it?
I
Sorry.
think I stopped after the second movie.
I stopped when what's his name was cast. I forgot his name.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner, me too.
Hawkeye. When they
But he was
cast
gonna be in this
Hawkeye.
Okay, yeah.
Why does everybody hate Jeremy Renner, man? That poor guy.
Because, bro,
He's a good actor.
Oh,
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that his version.
Yeah, but he kind of ruined the Bourne movies.
You think it was him, or do you think it was just the script?
No, I think it was just him. Like
Yeah, because I was waiting for him to bust out a bow and arrow.
See, I liked him. I liked him in the Bourne series myself. Well, that's just me.
The first one was the best. I'm sorry, I think there's a delay. I don't know what's going on.
Are you on a phone, a tablet, or a
Sorry if I
computer?
cut you off. Tablet.
There's your problem.
I gotta get on it like you.
You want to move on to statues?
Yeah, it's a laptop.
Oh, okay. Yes, does that conclude our movie talk? Did anybody see an interesting movie that they would like to share with us to say, hey, maybe you guys should check this out when you get a chance? Or a TV show, minus The Good Housewife.
Well, Preacher got a hiatus this week, so it's on next week, or this coming week.
I have yet to see that episode.
Dude, watch that shit, man. Watch that shit.
Crazy.
I would like to
Very
recommend
graphic,
Peaky Blinders to anybody. Season 3
Yeah.
is on Netflix, so you can binge watch season 1, 2, and 3. Definitely a badass show. You know, I think Netflix is they're killing it, dude, with their original series, man. There's a lot of original series that they have that are really good, and now they're starting to get into animated stuff, which Voltron will be their their first animated series, and they're teaming up with. No, I take that back. They have some original animes too, I believe, on there. But they teamed up with DreamWorks Animation, and I'm just hoping that it's good. And if it's not, I don't care because I'm getting that fucking maquette. And on that note, we'll just move on to the statue portion. Let me go ahead and pull up the pictures. They're in no particular order. So, we'll just,
what do you think the exclusive will be for that one?
for what? I haven't pulled up anything yet.
For Voltron, since you were talking about it.
Oh, there is none. It's a maquette. So it's him with the sword, and his eyes light up, and That's the exclusive. The exclusive is him being badass. That's what the exclusive is.
The
Wait,
exclusive is
I have to do this. I have to do this. The
it's the
exclusive is home.
Home house shoes.
Yeah, house shoes. I mean,
Tell us, Ace. Tell us, Ace. What's the exclusive?
I don't
house
think they
shoes.
can get it out.
it's the Voltron
I'm laughing
ring,
my
man.
ass off over here, bro.
Wouldn't that be badass exclusive if they had a Voltron ring on like a little pedestal or something?
Yeah, it's sideshow. You know, I don't get too hyped sometimes with their EXs, man. And we'll talk about one that I'll be showing. Can you guys see it? The first one I have up here.
No.
No, you still have the whole page pulled up.
You gotta click on it.
I apologize. I'm so brand new to this. Showing. Can you guys see it? Uh-oh. You got your feedback, Tony. I can hear myself.
Gotta click, bro.
I think that's on your head, brother. You got that problem. You know,
No,
you
I
have
just
that for
heard
a
it.
while.
All right, can you guys see it now? Are we good?
No.
Do you
No.
see
No.
Bane?
No.
You just see
Man, fuck this, bro. Yeah, it says you are screen
Just share a
sharing
picture.
and presenting to everyone.
You're screen sharing your whole screen with all the pictures.
Yeah, we just see the folder with all the photos.
There's no nasties on there.
What do you guys think of that?
Well, scroll down a little bit.
Alright, sorry
You
for
might
the
find
technical
something.
difficulties, everybody. I'll get my shit together, I promise. How about now?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I did it! Alright, I do hear feedback, and the only person that could be supplying the feedback will be Tony. So this is the 1/3 Bane from the Prime 1 Arkham Origins line, and this is the Venom version, which somebody said, oh,
Venom?
his mask looks like Venom. Venom version. Exclusive. Bane Venom version. And someone said,
Get
oh,
one
it's
of
because
those
his mask
hats,
looks
man.
like Venom, but it's the drug that's being pumped into his body is called Venom.
Oh, Jesus.
No one said that, Ish.
Somebody said
Really?
that. I don't want to disclose who their name is, but someone said it's because his mask looks like
I wonder who that idiot was.
Venom.
I wonder who that idiot was.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's actually the green Gatorade that's going into his vein.
Oh, God. Come on.
But I think it looks badass. I think it looks cool.
I don't like it.
Oh man, his mask does look like Venom. That
Reasons-
person who said that is a genius.
Reasons why you don't like it, Daniel.
Because it's not the Bane in the comic books, man.
Well, I agree. I mean, but let's get past that because this line it's not comic book related, you know.
Yeah.
So and now, as far as a representation of the video game character and a statue, you know, what don't you
All
like
right.
about it?
Okay, listen, man. The only thing this is what the base is going to be like. He's going to be standing in a museum pose, pointing. That's all it's going to be, man. And it's just going to be like that. That's all it is. And that's why I don't like it, man. And it's not comic book related. I think Prime 1 is pumping out these statues and not being creative at all with their lines. They're just copy and pasting their freaking Arkham City lines and putting it into a statue. That's why I don't like it.
Well, listen,
Isn't the line called a museum line?
Museum poses, man.
Yeah, there's museum, but I mean, I have to agree with Daniel. I mean, I know he prefers the comic version of Bane.
Yes.
And what I agree with, if anyone else there who prefers the comic version of Bane, I would say save your money and wait for another licensed statue company to make a comic version of Bane. Because you know.
I agree. I think this is more for the people that have already started on this line and they want to continue with it. I think this is perfect. As far as people that are fans of the Batman universe, the comic universe, you know, I would agree with Gina and say, you know, just wait because there are so many companies now that are doing that have
what action
license.
What action pose would you would you like with this
I
type of
mean, not
characters? You
him
know,
pulling
being
it. I would.
in a one third scale.
I'd say with his hands kind of clenched
Yeah.
more, like an aggravated because the venom's being pumped into his body, and he doesn't, get it pumped in his body and go, I'm gonna hurt you, and then point at you. It's he gets that rush. So more of a tense pose, aggravated with his hands clenched. You know what I mean? That would have
Showing
been
every
badass.
muscle in his body, just and
Like a
like
little more constipated.
No, he'll look like he's flexing. Can I
Yeah,
just say,
yeah.
one more point? Whenever I see that Bane Venom version, I always think I see that and I think to myself, I'd rather get Venom from Spider-Man than get that. That's all I can think about when I see it. Like, I'd rather just get Venom.
Now, Ace, are you ordering this by chance?
So,
Ace, are you ordering this?
silence.
I'm tempted, but I'll probably pass on that one since
Ish,
I know this. I
Yes.
know
Ish.
that.
What if it actually drained Gatorade from the tube, like had a little
Like you can
Gatorade
see
fountain
it
on it? Would you
flowing
still
through
buy
the
it?
tubes.
This is why I'm not gonna order it
Yeah.
because I'm more Coca-Cola than Gatorade.
Coca-Cola.
I would
It's
probably
like
buy it.
Mountain Dew coming out of the tubes.
I would probably buy
no,
it.
Mountain
I
Dew.
think I
Mountain
could
Dew. Oh
dispense
God.
Mountain Dew out of it. That'd probably be worth
Oh
the purchase.
jeez.
So moving on,
Get
we're
on.
not dissing it. I think it looks great, and I think the detail and the paint, as Prime One has showed time and time again, they fucking nail it. Their shit almost looks like prototype quality. So I think this is gonna look amazing, man. And it's gonna be a great companion piece to
All right.
people's already, Arkham Knight, Arkham Origin line. So moving on, we have the XM Beta Ray Bill. This is some newer renders that they posted up. Yeah,
I like it. It's
I
nice.
do too.
yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a
Great
lot better than
pose.
the Thor.
Yeah, I love the
I
pole.
gotta see the paint app on it.
Yeah.
Paint app.
Yeah, it's all about that paint app with the XM pieces.
Yeah.
The
Excellent.
wings on it look
Excellent.
badass, though. I love the wings.
See, well, nope, that's too early for that one.
So this will be the first
Someone would say,
Sorry, go on.
He wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Even saying okay.
No.
I was just gonna ask that. I guess this would be the very first licensed quarter scale statue of this character, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Faraday?
Yeah,
Battery.
and this one you would get it on time and no issues with shipping with this one. Because I believe there's one around out there. So I love the base. I love the pose. I like the two switch out portraits, although I prefer this one better than the closed mouth one. And then you can see that they revised the hammer. Do you guys remember how it looked before?
Like
Yeah,
shit, dude.
why is it like that? What? I've never seen it like that before.
No, see here it is the normal way, right? And then this is some added extra something that XM did because XM, they like to give you options, right? So I guess that's them being
For her.
creative. Would you have preferred
For her
a
pleasure.
spinning Stormbringer, or is it no?
No, I think the spinning has run its course, honestly.
So does everybody agree that this is a pretty badass Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's solid.
Now, this next piece that I'm about to show you, excuse me, something stuck in my throat, is a custom piece of Black Cat being consumed by the symbiote.
Oh, I saw that.
I'm pretty sure this is a day one for certain people. This is a pass for me.
Does that look like Harley Quinn, like with the tassels on each side of her head?
Her face looks fucked up. Like, that does not look like Black Cat.
That looks
Put it up.
It is up. Hit the screen of your tablet. Maybe it'll come up, but
Sorry, who's making this?
that I have no idea. It's a custom piece, but I do not know.
It's the
I have
most
to say,
fucking stupid thing I've ever seen. Okay.
the idea of it, okay.
Okay.
How can you guys? Okay, I really want to know, just like as a woman, because like as a man, like let's say you're single, right? How can you display that in your home and like have a girl come over? Like I can honestly say, and as someone that's like a fan of this, of this hobby and who has probably a little bit more tolerance than I would say most people that just don't read comic books and don't see the overinflation and the sexualization of women.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I walked in and like someone had something like that displayed, honestly, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I just
well,
don't.
I personally I can't answer that because I think this is tacky, and
That's
I
what
would
I mean.
never own anything like that.
And it also the sim it looks like the Mario little what's that the thing that eats
Plant the
yeah the little
Yeah, it does. And why is she smiling?
Hey,
Yeah,
okay, how about we ask this? Would anyone here
careful.
purchase this item?
No, I
No.
wouldn't.
Not at all.
Zach?
I would. Okay, with the way it looks right now, it looks like a Christmas. It looks like she's wearing a Christmas hat on her head.
Yeah, it does.
What the hell?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen other sort of fan art and other comic arts of Venom consuming Raka, and it always has that sort of connotation of sex and violence, and
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a good way. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have anything per se against sexualized statues. It's fine, but when you add that type of violence to it, or that type of capture violence thing, it's like it just doesn't work.
Now,
I
it
mean, if
surprises me
it's gonna
that
be nude, sorry, Ish, my delay. If it's gonna be nude, at least let it be tasteful. Unfortunately, it looks really tacky, like Ish
it
had said earlier.
surprises me that
Why
you
would
guys
she?
pick up everything except this upside down cereal bowl. For
You know what, Ish? The base is the best part of that. So let's move on.
It's, yeah.
Oh,
So moving on from this.
And is that a custom?
Sorry for whoever.
Like a custom statue?
Yeah, no, it's Sideshow. Yeah, it's custom, bro.
Because I know Mickey Mouse is not gonna prove that.
So this next one is the portrait for the 1/3
Nice.
Chun-Li that Pop Culture Shock is doing. This is the exclusive, the Dawson look. Exclusive.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody got that. Yeah, she does look like Aang the Airbender, bro. No, but yeah, that's her portrait. Looks nice so far. I mean, there can't really say much without it being painted and the paint, bringing out
Yeah,
the detail.
you
and
can't
everything.
really see much.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's interesting that they're doing her in third scale. All right, next up
The
we
Lex
have the
Luthor.
infamous
God.
Conan War Paint 1/3 from Pop Culture Shock as well. Pretty much, people are sort of buzzing about this. It seemed like the 1/3 Conan was sort of kind of flying under the radar. Not too, there was people hype about it, but not that much. And then when they kind of showed this one, sort of the shit hit the fan, and everybody was, going crazy over this one. So, what do you guys think about this War Paint Conan?
I like
It's
it.
sold out already, isn't it?
I like the paint app on that. Looks nice.
I like it. I have 2 points I want to make on that statue.
Uh-huh.
Well, number one, I think it's extremely smart of Pop Culture Shock to do that war painted version because they don't have to worry about skin tone as much as the other version. So I think that's really smart. Second of all, the only thing I didn't like about the teaser for this was the fact that they added this darker light and they had him in shadows, and there was no need to do that for the teaser. do these special lighting for the teaser video. So they had they had a teaser video for this. It was very, I guess cinematic the way they did it, but it was dark and shadowy and whatever. There was no need to do that. Just show us the statue and get lighting. But yeah, and I do love the mixed media pants. I think that's
same here.
And that sword is sick too. Lots of detail.
I saw.
Okay, you saw
my turn.
Awesome.
I saw this at the last con I was in, and the sculpt on that is ridiculously good. It's just that I would never get the one that was skin tone. It just looked too plain. This, on the other hand, makes me think about it. But.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in the last chat that we had, that they really need to nail that skin, like that skin pigmentation. And, PCS normally does like video game characters, right? So I don't think they have to worry too much about skin pigmentation, And, they're doing Arnold, so, I was just kind of saying that they need to nail that. But yeah, this is a good cover-up for that. They can avoid that whole detailed and skin pigmentation and just do the work.
Like the blood on his hand and on his sword.
Yeah, I know some people were like, "Oh, this isn't movie accurate," but what other exclusive could they have done? You know what I mean? It's like, what else can you do, for the exclusive with that pose? So I thought this was a pretty good exclusive for the statue.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have the newly announced Darth Maul PF from Sideshow Collectibles.
Looks damn good.
Yeah, I agree. The mixed media looks amazing. Okay, let me pull up the amazing exclusive here. This is the exclusive, Broken Saber, which everybody knows he has the dual-ended saber, and this is it broken, so it looks like a normal saber. I, on the other hand, would have preferred maybe a more menacing face portrait.
Yeah, I agree.
With that evil grin showing his fucking nasty teeth. I think that would have been pretty badass.
Well, wasn't his badass look almost kind of like that? Like when he was like staring down people, he just kind of had like a cold look on his face.
No, I agree, but at the same time, lightsaber or a more menacing face with this awesome face, that would have been the better EX, than this.
You shouldn't get less for your EX than your normal one, and you're getting less.
True, but then the one benefit of that broken saber is that if anyone has sort of like display issues or space issues, that might be easier to display, right? Because they can't fit the double-edged sword there or the double-edged saber.
But I think the way it's coming off his back, I'm sure his hand will be angled at a way where it's. I don't know. It looks like it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, but you're not sure if somebody may have the older PF and they're putting it beside it, and there may be display issues or space issues.
No.
Now, another point I wanted to bring up is the base. Do any of you think it's pretty plain?
I like the base. It works with the original PF. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think somebody posted a picture with the original PF next to Talon, and I think this is a better companion to Talon than the original PF. Just the stance.
It is?
I think so.
I would agree so. The pose is better.
Yeah, the pose fits her pose. They complement each other very well.
Exactly.
The other one's more of an action pose. Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know.
Does the lightsaber light up?
To be determined. You would think from the
Does the
backlash
broken one light up?
From the backlash they got from Vader, maybe they should just make every lightsaber light up.
You mean Kylo Ren, not Vader, man?
Or Kylo? No, Vader never. They never announced the light up feature till recent.
Yeah, they did.
So did they?
They announced it a long time ago. They just recently showed. They just recently showed.
Oh, but they announced it. Okay, my bad. So I think it looks awesome. I think the exclusive, okay, I agree with the space thing, but I still think that it's, they could have went better with the EX, especially for such a short-lived iconic character like Darth Maul.
But he's a very beloved character, man. Everybody
Yeah,
loves
of
that guy.
course, yeah.
Yeah, but you know who loves him the most?
Huh?
Sideshow. You know how many Dark Mauls they've done?
Yeah, I know. I
They
know.
love him so
Mega
much.
Legs, the original PF.
Now,
We
do
have
you think?
we have one Gambit and we have 4 Mauls or 5 or whatever.
Now, the old Maul had paint issues with his head, right? Do you think this one's going to come out better?
We never know in terms of their quality control until that
Yeah,
statue comes out. You never know because even look at like Savage Opress. That came out and that was executed beautifully.
yeah.
Right? Who knows? It's always. I mean, I guess it depends on the factories. We don't know. Sideshow
Now,
probably just doesn't even know.
I don't collect, Star Wars statues, right? And I always look at them and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, right? With the exception of Savage Opress, every time I look at that, I'm like, that is so fucking badass. And I don't understand why more people don't own that, especially people that love Siths. Like, I just think that statue, the light up feature, the pose, and just the execution of it, it's like, I think it's badass.
You don't like the Savage Press?
No, I said I do like it.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand
What's
why
wrong with the
more
mechanical
people
ones?
don't own them or talk about them as much. I think it's.
So what do you guys think about the price point? $520 for this, and then Savage Press was $400.
Ugh.
I'm,
Well,
I'm, I, I don't know. You
they're
could.
using Egyptian cotton for his
No,
outfit.
no. I think if you want to compare,
Nobody knows who Savage Press is, and everyone knows who Darth Maul is.
but I think they're also separate licenses. I think the licenses are different with the Force Awakens, so they're paying a lot more. I think if you really want to compare, the better comparison is between this guy and the recent Stormtrooper that just came out.
Did you see this? How about the $280 Tyrannosaurus Rex, man? That thing is insanely detailed, but none of us is getting it, it's all about, popularity and licenses and all that stuff.
I got that Tyrannosaurus on pre-order, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You did. It's just supply and demand, man. If they know
He's
they
the most popular dinosaur of all the dinosaurs. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I hope the ES is not too high either.
I'm sure it will be. It's Darth Maul, dude. I mean, it's just reality.
Well, listen, man, Kylo Ren didn't get a high ES, so that was surprising.
Because he has just been in the first movie. You know what I mean?
Star Wars sells, bro. I mean,
What's his ES? Daniel, did they release his ES?
Yeah, they had it at right when he went up for pre-order. He was at 1,500.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
When people think of Kylo Ren, like, if they watch the whole flick, they know that mask comes off, and then they know that underneath it just is like whiny little kid, and you're like, oh man, that really took from that character.
Yeah. So, you want to take a wager, Daniel, on that Maul will have a higher ES?
No, I don't doubt it, man. But I'm just saying that
So
it's
you're
not
saying
going to
I'm
be
right and you're
super high.
wrong. So you're saying I'm right and you're wrong.
I guess.
All right.
So are you saying that Maul is going to have a higher ES than 1,500?
Yes. Yep.
The exclusive?
I'd probably say 1,000 on the EX and maybe 2,000 regs.
Then you're saying it's going to be less than Kylo Ren.
Wait, what's Kylo Ren's general number for both EX and regular?
His EX is 1,500. We don't know his regular number yet.
Okay. It will be. It will be. I got inside connections. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. I don't. All right, moving on. We have everybody's favorite mercenary, Deadpool. This is a custom statue by Art Factory, which I don't know anything about Art Factory other than their name. But this is a Deadpool that they're doing here. which some are fans of, some aren't. So
You
what are
can't
your
see his
guys'
face, man, when you pose him. That's the only problem with him.
I
He's
think you
looking.
could pose them to where you'd see them if you wanted to. It looks pretty cool, I think. We'll see when the paint's on it, though.
I think the base is pretty creative instead of just, a base. I think that that's pretty creative.
I guess there's no real clear front, though, huh? You gotta, like, go for like, distract.
Anybody else have any thoughts that you'd like to chime in on this Deadpool piece here?
There's no damage on those guys on the base.
Yeah, there's a let's see here. There's a cut here on this guy's face. I don't know if he already had the scar or if Deadpool slashed him with this sword and cut right there. This guy's damage is that Deadpool is leaning against
on
his
the
back.
shoulder.
No comment.
Oh, okay.
I want a hint of comedy with my Deadpool statue. You know, that's the only thing.
Well, it looks like a guy's like head is chopped off, and then
Thank you.
it's like crotching him right there in the cut off neck.
So is anybody planning on acquiring this piece?
Probably not.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because you guys move on to the next one here. This is the Gentle Giant Deadpool statue. This is a smaller scale statue. I think it's 1/8, I believe. And that's the base. I don't think there's like a base to it. It's just him on the ammo boxes.
Does he got like a squirt gun over there on the right? What is that?
Looks like it. Looks like it is.
That's pretty cool.
I don't have any other angles. This is the only photo I have of it, but
You know you're getting the dish.
This is what happens when Sideshow snipes Will Harbottle from you.
I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't think it's like a showstopper, but I think, I'm getting it. You guys know why I'm getting it, but, it's just, I think it's cool. I wouldn't want it in a quarter scale in that pose at all, but for a 1/8 statue, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Did everybody leave? Because I can't see you guys because I'm speaking.
No, man, we're just quiet.
Fuck, man. Nobody has input. All right, up next. Let's see if this will wake anybody up. This is a custom quarter scale Joker
Wow, that's wicked.
by Peter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's known in the community. This will be a kit, so you got to find somebody to paint it. The ES was talked about, but they are going to hire that amount, so I don't know what the end ES will be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. In this picture here, it looks like his eyes are lit up for some reason.
Yeah, it does.
Like it has a light up feature or something, and then you
That'd
look
be
at his
cool.
eyes here. What's that?
So that'd be cool.
Was he like Cyborg Joker?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's. I'm not gonna say what I think. I'm gonna let you guys chime in. You guys wake up.
Why?
We have a young guest on the show.
It's
What?
It's all right. But I'm still looking for my Sideshow Joker.
Got my baby on here. Sorry.
She's so cute.
Why was somebody gonna cuss about this statue? I just
Kyle.
wanted your input. I personally think it looks awesome. I love the face sculpt on it. The only reason why I'm not even gonna attempt to get it is because it's a kit, and then I gotta find somebody to put it together and paint it, and that's just
Exactly, man.
you guys know how expensive that gets. So I just I will admire it in someone else's collection. I would have liked if they would have added like a little flag for the gun, the little bang. Maybe they will. Who knows? But that could be a cool little custom somebody can add later on.
Yep.
But yeah, that is the quarter scale Joker. I don't know what they're calling it. I don't know if it has a specific name, but it's Joker. So next up is the
I
amazing.
really like it. I think it's It's a go.
Yeah. So these are the Overwatch. If you guys are
I'll be
have
getting
a
them.
pulse in
Oh,
playing
nice.
video games, this is the starting cast, I guess, that they're going to be doing for Funko Pops of the Overwatch characters. We have Winston, Reaper, Tracer, Widowmaker. It is an extremely fun multiplayer game on
Definitely, man.
PlayStation 4. I mean, it's super addictive. It really is. It's not like any other shooter you've played. It's team based, so if you want to win with your team, you need to work as a team. This isn't your typical one and done Call of Duty game. So
Ish, do you have an
yeah,
idea of when these come out?
when I looked them up, I think it's July 18th for those four you see here. Well, I think with the exception of Tracer, I think she comes out like July 10th, or like earlier than the rest. And then this one here, Soldier 76, is an exclusive for GameStop.
Oh, is that already out or is that coming out?
No, he's they were supposed to be released in May, but I'm assuming that got pushed back. So it's showing now like July. So
Okay.
yeah,
All
so I'm
right.
definitely
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Funko Pop collector, but when me and my son saw these, because he plays the game, me and him play the game, and we were like, yep, sold,
Yep. Me too, man.
totally
And
on board for those.
just think
Awesome.
about it. With all their weapons or their armor skins, there's gonna be a ton of these,
Oh
dude.
yeah, exclusives. Yeah, this is definitely a cash
Just
machine right here.
yeah.
For this franchise. So if you guys haven't checked out Overwatch, I would highly suggest just maybe renting it from Redbox to give it a try. Because it is a I don't want to say expensive because it's the price of video games, but for a multiplayer only game, it is pricey at $60. But definitely, if you get a chance, give it a try. Go to a friend's house, rent it, do what you can to give it a try. It's extremely fun game. So next up, we have Cyrax, which we showed last week, but we didn't have this pick here of the exclusive,
I
which
knew it.
is
I knew it was gonna be that.
I don't know, what do you call that hand? The choppy hand? I don't know what to call it. The
Looks like
claw,
Control Blade.
blade hand, whatever. I personally like these, and I'll show you these because I have
Did you see
Sector.
the chest piece, man, is removable. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Sector, and we have Smoke. To me, these are three very iconic characters in the Mortal Kombat line, so I think they're pretty badass.
I wouldn't say smoke so much, but I would say Cyrax and Sector.
Smoke was the homie, dude, and I'm surprised. Like it says PCS exclusive, but it's just like it's just Smoke, right? They didn't do nothing special for him. Like they should have had like maybe a smoke effect of some kind or something. That would have been cool. Or he sort of shoots the come here spear out of his chest like Scorpion has.
Yeah.
That comes out of his chest, so it would have been nice if they had that
Like an
spear coming
acid.
out. So alright, judging by the excitement off of these, I'll go ahead and skip to the next one. Here we have XM's newly announced quarter scale Planet Hulk. Now, they're showing two concept photos, right? You have Planet Hulk and you have King Hulk. Very similar bases, actually identical bases. But if you notice, as I switch back and forth, there's a definite portrait swap, weapon swap, and also what made me realize it's going to be two different statues is the bottom part of the
So it's
statue.
gonna be one statue?
No, no, because they're wearing different outfits. Like if it was just the upper body swap,
But you
I
don't
could see
think
it.
it's just like something that you put around it?
I mean, they don't do mixed media, so uh, I don't. Uh,
Sounds
maybe,
like
right?
switch out pieces.
That's a
It,
lot.
it it would be smart for them to do it that way because it gives people the chance to own both in one piece. Or they could see how Sideshow did and say, hey, Sideshow sold a King Hulk and a Gladiator Hulk that had very close similarities, and people still bought them. So why don't we do the same?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they might be sort of mirroring Sideshow and have people buy two of the statues.
Yeah.
So.
So, and for clarification, this is not a bagel with sesame seeds. This is some sort of alien base, like a creature. Those are the eyes. I know some people were like, "What the fuck is he standing on?" It's some defeated alien being. So, what do you guys think about this, man? What do you?
Is this Troy McDevitt who's sculpting this?
Yes, I should have that picture here. Yeah, this is an actual sculpt, not a.
Yeah, I think it's Troy McDevitt who's sculpting it.
Yeah, there he is, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the same guy who did Fury the Beast, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his masterpiece.
Maestro. Born's Maestro.
Yeah. He also did the that I don't know whose Hulk that was with the hands. His hands in the back and he's charging. So he's done quite a few Hulks. He understands the anatomy of the Hulk. So this is gonna be something else, you know.
Yeah, he did a bust for XM also.
Mm-hmm. So does
Hey, do you
anybody
guys
have any
feel
interest?
that? Do you guys? Sorry to interrupt. Do you guys feel that with Troy holding it, that picture? Do you guys feel that he looks a little bit smaller than the Sideshow Gladiator Hulk? Seems like he's a tad bit smaller.
Yeah, I agree with you. It does look a little smaller.
Hey, Mike's in the building. How you doing, Mike?
What up? What up?
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I definitely agree with you, though, Tony. It looks a little small, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
Maybe they're gonna give you all the switch out parts, so they're gonna make it a 1/5 comic. Maybe the base makes it.
Yeah, plus the base and plus the accessories. You might look a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, but I mean, the base and the accessories doesn't matter about the scale. The only thing that matters about the scale is the figure itself.
No, we were just joking. But I think that I feel the pain for those that order this because the shipping on this is going to be through the roof.
I think my Gladiator Hulk would beat that Gladiator in an arm wrestle. No worries.
I think that it would probably be cheaper to catch a flight out to go retrieve this statue than having it shipped.
Yeah, I just paid for that XM Medusa for the shipping, and the shipping was $359, man.
Wow.
Oh, man.
U.S. Is that $359 U.S. or Singapore?
That's from Singapore to U.S.
No, but I meant the currency.
Oh no, that's U.S.
Shoot. Oh my God.
That sucks.
That's like, $1,000 Canadian.
I cannot wait to see your review on that. I can't wait to see that.
Everybody's pretty split on that piece, though, huh? Nobody's really liking it.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious to see, because I know you've said in the past that if it doesn't pass, what you like about it, then it's a wrap. So.
Oh, definitely.
Because some people. Disclaimer: what I might say might get under some very sensitive people's skin. So if you're sensitive, just I don't know, go look out your window for a second. But
okay.
I feel that people.
I'm just kidding.
I feel that some people in this hobby, they'll buy a piece and it's expensive, and they may get it and it's underwhelming, man. But they'll sort of justify their purchase because it was expensive and be like, oh man, this is awesome, this is great. And it's like, dude, no, you just got an expensive turd,
Yeah,
So,
and other people try to hype it up so that they can dump it on somebody else.
Right. So it's good, to hear an honest review, because I'm the type. Look, if I get something, I see it looks good in prototypes. If I get it home and it doesn't look good to me, hey man, eBay or buy sell trade page, it's a wrap. I'm not gonna hold on to it and be like, well, I guess I guess I'll like it if I keep staring at it. No, man. You have every right to return or sell off a piece if you don't like it. You don't have
Yeah.
to keep it. It's okay.
First impression, man.
Yeah. So hopefully this turns out good. I like the concept drawing, and I think it's cool that they're actually going. Is somebody eating Cheetos? Straight up, I can hear the Cheetos, bro.
Who's got the munchies over there?
Somebody's munching.
That's Cheska. She's off camera right now.
No,
so.
it definitely is not. I'm looking at X-Men
You know
both
that.
So I think it's cool. What do you guys think about them going with a traditional sculpt as opposed to what they've been normally doing, ZBrush?
Well, I guess if they went with Troy, they wouldn't have a choice. I think he only does traditional sculpt. So I think it was a matter of them choosing a particular artist. That was more important to them, a particular artist for this character, which was Troy, because he's done multiple Hulks in the past, and he just happens to be only, I believe, a traditional sculptor. So.
Do you think this is something new? Because I know when they introduced their bus line, they said those were going to be
That's true.
Traditional sculpt. So do you think they'll sort of have like every once in a while they'll pepper in a traditional sculpt for a certain piece? Now that they've done this with Troy.
I don't know. I'm not privy to what happens in the background. I don't have any education. But
their face sculpts now have been a lot better than normal. That I know you're probably going to bring it up soon. I'm not even going to talk about it. There's a couple good face sculpts that I've noticed in the recent sculpts that are about 100 times better than what they've been producing in the past. So maybe they're stepping outside of their boundaries and hiring outside people to help them out.
Yeah. I would like to say that when you guys were talking about the scale of it, I mean, it looks like it's very early. If you look, like, his face isn't even sculpted. The muscles are very, so this could have been, I don't know. I'm just trying to be the glasses.
I mean, for all we know, too, Troy could be 6'5". You never know.
Very true. Very true. All right, so moving on. We have a custom statue by somebody. Tell me who's doing this. I don't know. It is Polaris, Magneto's daughter. I have a.
Well, in that picture she looks high, but look, that portrait.
Well, what she does on her spare time is her business,
The other portrait's not bad though.
Hey, doesn't this one have 3 portraits?
Yeah.
Yes, I have a picture of that as well, but I just wanted to show, like, this is the base and the pose, and her hands out, sort of she's saying, "Oh no, you didn't," and
I think it's pretty cool. I
do too.
I actually want to see. Oh yeah, that third one is cool. The second and third one are cool. I hope we see more. Like, she's pretty underrated. I liked her in the X Factor series that I just recently read, and I just hope it means that we get like Scarlet Witch next or something. That we end up getting the rest of Magneto's children.
I think
they're not technically his kids anymore.
I think that Scarlet Witch is definitely going to get made again. Whether if Sideshow revisits her or XM gets a hold of her, I mean, she'll be done. But a character like this is just, I'm not surprised to see a custom company or whoever's doing this, do a character like this, because that's usually who's going to give us these characters that are sort of fall under the radar. But I think
that'll never get done by Sideshow or XM, I don't think. So
I think the base is cool, and hopefully the hair comes out nice, because it looks pretty intense. But I like the portraits, man. I actually like all of them. I think they're all fine, in my opinion. I mean, I could see the whole high thing on the first one.
The second one looks like she's trying to show you her grill. She's like,
No, she's pissed. She looks pissed right there. And I think out of the three,
I like that second portrait.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Man, it's just hard to impress Tony.
It is. He's very critical. Very critical. But the third one.
No. The third one is my
Right.
favorite portrait. The first one looks good. It looks like she's in ecstasy of some sort, you know. Looks like she's
All right, so we're gonna, and I
Oh, there you
apologize.
go.
I don't know
Oh,
who's.
jeez.
I don't know. I think it's Marlon R. Nunez is maybe doing this. I don't know. That's what it says on the photo there. But all right, up next is the XM Rhino, the one where he's pissed off at the lamppost.
Jeez.
I didn't say that.
Uh,
I'm just repeating what somebody else said. I did not say that.
Gina, do you like the lamp in this one too?
Because I like, what do you mean? Because I like the lamp in the Black Widow?
No,
What?
there's like an XM piece a while back. You're like, well, I like the lamp in the background there.
Yeah, the Black Widow lamp. Well, that depends, Daniel. Does this lamp light up?
I don't know. It's pretty broken.
It should be
No,
like
it would be
flickering.
nice. Yeah,
should be-
flickering. It
it
would
should
be
be
nice if
flickering.
it had a flickering effect. Here is the portrait. I think the portrait looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the only light up that Exum has ever done? Was that Black Widow?
No,
No,
the
yeah,
Wolverine.
Doctor
The Wolverine.
Strange. Doctor Strange, Wolverine.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm tripping. I
But
still want
if
that
you guys,
Doctor Strange though.
if you guys look closely, I'm assuming they're gonna tie this in with the Spidey they tease, because if you turn here, if you could see where the cursor is circling, there's a shot from Spidey right there. There's another one right here. So maybe he was trying to swing at Spidey and took out this poor innocent lamp instead. So I think it looks awesome, but that's another big piece that's going to be very expensive to ship.
Mm-hmm.
Chunky.
Well, I mean, I like how they went for the more realistic interpretation, because the Sideshow comic had Rhino. That's definitely straight from the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense for them for their version, XM's version, to go for a more realistic approach. That looks good.
More modern look.
Yeah, I like what they did with the rhino horns here. It's not just a clean horn.
Right.
It has it where it's sort of peeling back because rhinos will rub against trees or whatever to.
Yep.
And
you can see the sort of like striations in his horn. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good job on texturing that one.
Oh yeah. Their Z brushes are always on point. It's just when you get to that final execution of paint, that's sort of the make or break factor in a lot of their, or any statue period, honestly. So that's another close up there. Look at the detail, man. Fuck. Looks insane. You got to put shading in that XM to really bring that out, okay?
Yeah.
Not
shading.
a flat gray. Use some shading, guys. Alright, so this is a tease for, I'm assuming, the Spider-Man.
If they don't.
Now, Gina, if you can see here, this looks like a lamppost here. This is the wiring. It looks like it was clearly broken in a battle with Rhino.
That is the worst tease I've ever seen in my life, man.
No, it's not. I could totally see the story here, right?
Come on.
What is that? No, like for reals. What is that?
It's a spider web right here. See that spider web? Spider web.
Gina would love exclusive lamp.
What is it attached to, bro?
No matter how much I scroll down, it won't show me past this part of the web.
I think it looks like a transformer or something.
Yeah, like an electrical transformer. That was attached to a lamp that was crushed by the Rhino. That's my story.
Damn, where do you live, bro?
Oh, man.
Gotham.
All right.
So, yep, that's their tease. Not much to see there, but if you are fascinated with ZBrush webbing, there you go.
There's like 500 people who are like, damn, first order or first day PO on that.
All right, this is the Bougie Collector custom of Thor. I forget what art it's based off of, but if you saw the art, I mean, you pretty much nailed it, you know. There is an
Didn't someone mention that it looked like he was taking a dookie at one point because of his hand in the back?
Yeah, this part right here.
He's got a turtle head poking out.
So,
I,
I got a question.
I would advise him to seek medical help if his dookie was looking like that. He would have to seek some type of medical help because that's very abnormal right there, man.
Hey, man, even the kind of
I wonder who was it that said that.
I don't know.
It looks good, guys.
I think it looks impressive, man.
No, it does look good.
I saw it.
Yeah, there's one part that I cannot get over. You have to explain this to me, Ish. Why is that belt?
Why? I didn't sculpt it.
Why is the belt above his like third set of those like rings, the armor? Because it looks like he either A, doesn't have any abs, or B, like he has no like section between. It just doesn't look right there. Like where his rib cages.
To be honest with you, when I first looked at it, I was focused on the flow of the cape, the rage in his face, and the hand holding the arm. I didn't go straight for the abs.
If you made him stand up, he would look like he had no midsection. He would look really weird.
I like it. I like it. I think it looks awesome.
No, I think it's really impressive. I'm just hating on it because I couldn't get one in time. No, it's weird to me that the flaps on the bottom portion of it are non-existent. They're just like glued to his legs, and I think that's why it looks funny.
Well, it's not his legs. It's like a unitard kind of thing going on, right? Because you can see right here. But if you look at the art, it was based off of it's basically from that art. So it's not like they altered anything from.
Look to the on the left leg. Like you can see that flap, like spandex attached to him. Can you see it? Like
That's what I said.
His crotch?
It's like a unitard type of thing, right? Like a wrestling, the wrestling kind of outfits. But I mean,
the anatomy looks so terrible to me. I cannot get over how his armpit ends and then his bottom starts.
I think it's impressive, man.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, the amount of detail is absolutely insane, man. Like, it's insane. I can't wait to see this painted. Cannot wait to see this painted. So, forgive Tony. Once in a while, he has Tourette's attacks.
Do you even Thor, bro?
He has Tourette's attacks.
Do you even Thor, bro?
Once in a while. So that was one of his episodes. He will be taking his medication next episode. So moving on from this this hate debacle that was going on.
I love it actually.
We have the just a screenshot of the lights, working on the Vader. It's a PF, correct? It's a PF.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Gina, are you getting this?
Am I getting this?
Yeah.
Me? I don't think so.
Oh.
I might change my mind.
How do you not want a Vader in your Sith collection?
I prefer the other Lords of the Sith.
I think it's sucked how they didn't have any EX on this statue, man.
That's
that let me down a little bit on this one.
That's true.
The EX is the lights.
Nah.
Right? Now, what would you have wanted for an EX on the statue?
Fucking anything. I don't care, man. Just give me a fucking EX. You know what I mean?
Like an unmasked portrait would be good.
A different pose.
Unmasked.
Different pose.
A total different pose. How about that?
What's wrong with that pose?
Maybe a light up lightsaber.
It does light up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what the picture is. They're showing you the light up features. The base lights up, the saber lights up, and his chest unit, his breathing apparatus.
The saber's lighted up right there? That shit doesn't
man.
even look lit up.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Well, it's because this is
the
a
belt lights up too.
This isn't like an actual picture of it. This is a screenshot from their live stream that they had. So,
it looks good though.
Yeah,
I thought it was confirmed that they weren't going to do a light up on this one.
No, that's just Kylo Ren, man.
Hey, and the chest piece actually blinks.
Yeah. No, the reason why they didn't put a light up feature on Kylo Ren because they asked him, he's like, I don't want a light up feature. because he's a
Yeah,
whiny brat.
I actually canceled this. I canceled this Vader, man. Something had to get chopped.
Now, Gina, if you had to choose from this Vader and Savage Opress, what would you choose?
I would choose Savage Opress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I had to choose, but I mean, I already have the Mythos Vader. I like that. I like that version of Vader. It gives me so much options. There's so many switch out options with the Mythos Vader. So, but this one's nice too. But yeah.
So that is the light up features, and he also has an articulate head. So you can kind of swivel it back and forth, like him saying no, 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 or you can have him looking down or up or whatever. So
you can have him doing The Exorcist.
you could put a motor in it, have it spinning around. I will say it must be very difficult to move the head because she looks like she is concentrating.
She should be. That's an expensive statue. She's got to pay attention.
All right, here's a pic of the.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so I gotta get this.
Like that is sick.
Yeah, it is. It is. So this is the XM.
No torso again. I just don't get it. No abs.
It's a bust. It's a bust.
I know. I'm just playing.
Oh, this is a quarter scale bust from XM. Now I know they said they were going traditional sculpt, but why does this look like an Onage print? Because Onage, this is usually how they take their pictures with that sort of gray felt background. And so I don't know. This looks like a print. So this might have been ZBrushed because of the detail and
it could have been. Yeah, it could have been
of the symbiote. So either way, it's fucking awesome. I just hope the paint is done right because I think it's extremely crucial to get the paint right on this. So
pancakes.
So is he still on? Did you guys not boot him? All right, this is the base for the Vulture statue, quarter scale statue from XM.
Looks like crap, man. I'm sorry.
Really? You don't think the
Daniel, your face said it all, brother.
It looks terrible. I'm sorry, man. It looks
I like
terrible.
I like the base.
What? I know. I'm shocked.
I mean, the
base
is fine.
That's what I'm showing. That's what we're talking about. The base. I'm showing the base.
We're not talking about the actual statue.
Correct.
When we get to that, you know, but
yeah.
This is the base.
Just the base.
Clearly, this is just a base. So, I think the base is badass. This is definitely badass.
Then, let me forewarn you. The statue looks like shit.
They put wow, the tag team of Negative Nancy's is strong tonight, son. So this is the base, and I think they put a lot of detail and effort into painting this base. You can see that with the bricks and the wood, a lot of detail going on in here, which is pretty impressive for XM. You know, not bagging their painting skills, but they don't usually go in like this, and I think they did good on it. So this is another angle of it here, and wow, I thought I had the Vulture pics. Apparently I didn't. I am so sorry.
You don't have to see the Vulture pics to know that they're terrible, though. I mean,
but you have to agree that the portrait is pretty perfect.
Well, I mean, I think the Vulture is sculpted perfectly, but the paint maybe can use some improvements. There's no weathering or shading or anything. So
it's very plain, very plain.
Right.
I think the head portrait's awesome though. I thought the head portrait was awesome.
I think so too.
You guys want to chime in, Daniel and Tony? What you think about the Vulture?
Oh, I already told you what I thought, man.
No, I mean, okay, do you think it's all around bad? Sculpt and pose?
The base is cool. I like the base.
Okay.
That's it. I mean,
Do you
I'm
have
not
an issue
buying.
with the sculpt, or is it the paint?
It's the paint, man. The paint. It could have been
So,
badass, but the
so
paint
if the
just.
paint were to change, all right, let's say they said, all right, we're going to call in whoever, and they completely put weathering and shading in it, would you change your mind about the statue?
No, I don't think so.
So then you have an issue with the sculpt.
I guess, man. It's just I don't like that pose, man. I don't know. I just don't like it.
So then it's the actual concept design.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What about you, Tony?
I think Tony just dropped.
Did he? I can't see because I'm screen sharing, but.
Tony says,
Where do you want
Tony
me
says
to
that he
start,
likes
buddy?
it.
Where do you want me to start, buddy?
Wherever
Where do
you
you want
want,
me to
bro.
start?
Freedom of speech. Go for it. What do you think, bro? Let us know.
No, I actually think it looks good. The paint needs a lot of help. I mean, you can't really add too much contrast to his suit. I think the feathers
Hold
on
on.
his shoulders,
Is anybody else getting Tony Inception?
Yes. What the hell?
Tony's
We
been
have
cloned.
twins. We have
Tony.
twins.
We're hearing you twice, brother.
He's taking over the show. There's two of
Oh,
them.
How many
know
more
what it is.
statues do we have to
You
go
guys
through, guys?
That's it. This is it. That's the last one. I'm gonna stop screen sharing right now.
Because I gotta get going.
Here, hold
soon.
on. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that the portion where his shoulders, where the feathers start, it looks like bushes with the paint job that they gave it.
You said it looks like what? Can you please repeat that again?
It looks like trees or bushes,
Bushes.
it just looks like a
Gotcha.
cartoon bush, like just sticking out of his shoulders.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So
palm tree.
they,
Everybody, please direct
That
your
don't look
hate
like a palm
mail
tree.
to Tony.
And Tony knows a few things.
No, but but the base and the portrait actually looks extremely well. I'm like excited about it, except for the paint app on the vulture itself.
Dude, you can see his line through his fucking teeth.
Maybe more greens. I don't know. It looks like they just used two crayons and colored it in. I don't know.
All right.
I'll have to agree with the paint. I think the paint could have been a little better on the actual vulture himself. But as far as the base, I think the base doesn't need anything changed to it. I think it looks good. And
No, it's a
I,
good
for
base.
one, am excited to see how they painted that wood because the future statue that I'll be purchasing with some tiki masks on it, hopefully they'll do the wood justice on those masks. So that's pretty much it.
A little bit of
Pacific Islander
comics.
masks.
Yeah, do you
Yes,
guys want
yes,
to...
we can switch over to comics. So Cheska, take it away.
Well, did anyone else read any of the DC Rebirth titles from this week?
My LCS was sold out, so
No.
I'm picking them up tomorrow. I read Rebirth itself, but I'm picking up all
I
the Rebirth
did.
issues tomorrow.
I picked up Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. I did not really feel that interested in Arrow, and my comic book guy actually told me not to get it. So,
See, I felt opposite. I
but
got
other than that, I haven't read them yet.
I got Batman, Green Lantern, and Green Arrow, and Batman was definitely the most disappointing of the three of those. So, for Green Lantern, did any of you guys, well, those of you that read comics, did you read, where have you been reading, Justice League and Green Lantern currently? This is the first time I've ever, been introduced to the new Green Arrow, so Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. Are they, were they introduced in the New 52?
I didn't read New 52.
They were. Jessica came in late on the Justice League portion, and they actually. Did you read the last Justice League issue?
I did.
Well, I mean, you saw her basically becoming her.
I didn't read any of Justice League. I mean, I read the first 20 issues, but then I stopped. I wasn't picking it up, so I have no idea.
She just come.
Did he freeze?
I am so sorry. All right. She comes in a little bit later in the series, and then like just before you read Rebirth, you're supposed to read what is it, the Last Justice League,
Like
and there was
52 or
another
something.
comic, so you can get basically everything.
It was
But
Justice
yeah,
League
then
50.
you can't miss it. But I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, from what I gathered, go ahead, Daniel.
It was Justice League 50 and Superman number 52 that you were supposed to pick up before Rebirth.
Yeah, I'm not giving them more money for that stuff. So basically what I gathered is Hal Jordan is off for some mission, so he's picked 2 new Guardians from Earth. So there's Simon Baz and this girl Jessica Cruz, and like they've come back from, I guess, from whatever like happened at the end of Justice League, because he said he came back and his family is being targeted. He's like being called a terrorist. Jessica Cruz like suffered some kind of traumatic event a couple years ago, so she doesn't really get out, and now the Ring, because of the Ring, she's kind of going out a little bit more, and what it leads to is neither one of them knows about each other, so they don't know that there's another Earth or another Green Lantern from Earth other than like Hal Jordan and the other people that have already been chosen previous to them. So basically the whole issue is just them like meeting, the Ring tells them to meet in a certain area, they meet each other, and they meet Hal, who tells them basically they need to work together. He joins or combines their little like battery lantern thing to force them to work together, and then he leaves and says he's off to some mission, which we kind of see a preview. I guess there's like a lost lantern in space, and he's been gone for like a bunch of centuries, so he's there to save him. That one was okay. I really liked Green Arrow the most because I feel like it was the easiest to the easiest for like a new reader to get into, because like with Green Lantern, like obviously, like I was a little confused because I didn't know who these characters were. I didn't know how any of this happened. With Green Arrow, it kind of starts off with like a blank. It's like a generalized thing. He's in a restaurant. He talks about how he has money. He just came back to Seattle. Even though he goes out and he has this like playboy persona, how he secretly also uses that money to save people. And it's basically a return to the times of like Green Arrow and Black Canary. So it's them meeting. They've only met like one other time. They're helping this homeless kid find his mother, who's been taken by the secret society. And it ends, of course, with them teaming up. The society itself, so it's like this auction where they're taking all kinds of homeless people, and it kind of reminded me of like the Batman like Court of Owls and that type of scenario, because they all have like masks on. It all takes place online. There's just a bunch of screens with a bunch of different people. So they come to this, and the people, they're not even people. They're like zombie-like creatures. They're just like, they look dead. They actually look like old people. They have like no teeth. They're like all wrinkly and gross. So I think that's like the new villain. So they've only taken down like one of these little auction houses, but obviously there's a whole society out there that they're gonna work together to come across. But yeah, Batman was like the most disappointing, just because like there was no context to it. It's disappointing because the team that's on it isn't going to be the team that's working on the actual book, other than like the writer. He basically, have any of you guys been reading like Batman? So there was that Bloom. There's the new villain. And one of the kids that was like a new Robin is kind of joining him, and he says, "Oh, you're not going to be another Robin." Well, then what else is he going to be? He gave him a suit. He's his sidekick. They're working together, so that doesn't make any sense, and that was kind of frustrating. But yeah, it was kind of weak. They just took down this plan from the Calendar Man, so I guess he can change the seasons, and he like fast forwarded and made it so that it's going to be spring, so that some of the bloom seeds bloom, and they stopped it, and that was it. So I thought it was kind of boring. It was stupid. Like that's just my personal opinion. Out of the 3 that I read, I was most excited for that one, and it turned out to be pretty.
I think she's being directly offensive to me because
wow.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm personally offended. My dad wrote that comic book. I'm offended.
You open up New 52 with the Court of Owls, and that was such a great series. But you open up this Rebirth with Calendar Man. He's like He's not even a B rate. He's a C rate villain, you know?
And what I don't understand is like it's like Marvel putting Greg Land on like a lot of comics is he's not really well liked in the comic community, and neither is David Finch. Like there's a lot of people that don't like him because of his art style, his work with Zenoscope. So I don't know that putting him on like a main Batman title seems a good, especially at the beginning. Like you should be wanting to bring in new readers. And Tom King has written good stuff before he was the writer for Grayson, so that's a little disappointing. But I did also read Civil War 2, and
I heard it wasn't very good.
I haven't read it though.
There are 2 deaths in it. 2 people have
Don't
already.
spoil it.
Whoa!
I will not say who, but 2 characters have already died.
Wow, what a way to start it, huh?
Yeah.
It was okay.
I haven't read it.
I know that. Oh, go ahead.
Moon Knight #3 and Punisher #2 came out too. So.
Bam, I got Moon Knight #3 right here. I'm reading it tonight. Cannot wait. Civil War 2, I got it as well. I just haven't gotten a chance because I came straight home and got on the chat, and then got 2 Deadpools from
All I have to say is I don't understand why Iron Man is always involved. Like he's always in the middle of these things. You know, in the original Civil War, it was him and Cap. In this Civil War, it's him and Cap again, just a different captain.
Well, before it was just because Iron Man wasn't that popular, but now he's so popular, he's in everything. They're trying to get him out there. But
because
if you
he's
guys
American,
remember,
that's why he's in the middle of everything.
but if you guys remember, Iron Man was a B-rate superhero. He wasn't that good of a comic book back in the day. Like he sucked. His comics sucked. Like nobody liked Iron Man. And then the movie came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, I need Iron Man," you know. But
and now there's like 10,000 statues of him being made.
Exactly. So his comic books weren't that great at all. I think the best one was Extremis, and that was after the movie, and it followed basically Robert Downey Jr.'s interpretation of him. So that was basically it.
Did you guys read Punisher or Moon Knight?
I haven't, no.
You guys, can't be the only one talking about comics on here.
No, for me, it's just a time thing, man. Usually I get to read on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I don't have time any other time besides Wednesdays and Thursdays.
This is what I'm reading right now.
Yeah,
Watchmen? That's cool.
Yeah,
You like it?
I'm rereading it. Yeah.
The movie's better.
What?
Sorry, I just had to say that.
No, The Watchmen's amazing. That is the best graphic novel in my opinion.
I just got out of work 3 hours ago, so.
Yeah.
Well, Chester said you better read something right now or else.
And then after that, I'm going to read this. I haven't read it yet.
Ah.
Oh, the year 1?
Yeah.
There's a little event thing for it on the Omnibus page.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was like the book of the month.
Looks awesome.
I
don't know if I'm spoiling anything.
I don't know if any of you guys, actually I think Tony, your wife, collects the bombshell statues, but I actually just recently read the comic book that they made based off of the statues, and it was really good.
Is it terrible?
No, it was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was an interesting concept because it takes place in the 40s, and so there's war, obviously, and it's about how Amanda Waller is recruiting all these women to do different kinds of work for America, basically. So it was very interesting. I was not expecting it. The only thing I hate these like weekly comics, like this one, and then like Injustice used to be, because it's so hard to keep up. By the time you do catch up, like right now, so I think that turned out to be like 12 issues. There's like 20 or 30 of them online still, so it's tough.
And I got this cool book too.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the trade, I think, on that.
You guys know, but I got this. The whole set. You know, just saying.
I wonder what idiot sold those.
I know, right? You don't even know. You don't even know.
Who is it? Tell us, Daniel. Who's the idiot, complete moron that sold those?
Well, I'm not gonna mention any names here. We all,
You
we're
know
all
what?
friends.
I'm actually happy that I got like I'm really kind of phasing out. I think I'm gonna stick with mainly Marvel things. And I would never have read those books. Like I bought them. I like the Flash. I don't necessarily care for Wally that much. Like enough that I know enough to have read them. And just the only DC stuff I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep the Green Lantern omnibus because I do really like Jeff Johns' work on that. And I think I'm going to keep my Absolute editions and then just kind of some of the stuff that I already have. But I'm going to primarily focus on just Marvel. I just find that I enjoy that world, and I think it's because it's so familiar to me more. And I think that's how it's going to be for like collectibles going forward too.
So are you pretty much getting rid of your?
Can I see your the cover of that book again?
What, the omnibus? This is volume. This is volume 1.
Man, I think it's incorrect because I saw a statue that had the lightning bolt facing the other way.
No, I'll tell you what makes me upset. Cheska didn't even tell me about this.
Is that the Jim Carrey one?
Cheska didn't even tell me about this. But look at this. You see that?
I wouldn't have even known.
Look at that. Messed up my books. No, I was like, why would you make the Reverse Flash the Flash? Like, I got little, I'm a Flash fan, so.
Well, I'm glad they went to a good home.
Every event in DC revolves around the Flash, so.
Well, speaking of the Flash, did anyone watch the Flash finale a couple weeks ago?
No, I'm a Netflix guy. I wait for it to all get on Netflix so I can binge watch.
Well, I don't think it's a spoiler. I'm not gonna. It's the direction that they were taking it, or the way they ended it. It seems like they're taking it into another DC event. Like what they did.
I heard.
Yeah.
So do you approve?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's interesting, but I wonder if it's going to affect the rest of the CW shows, like if it's going to affect Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and then Supergirl when that moves over.
Is that even still going? The Legends of Tomorrow?
I think it ended. I'm sure every show is now like on their spring or their summer break. I
haven't really heard good things about it.
Oh, if it got paid, I don't know. I kind of got bored of it halfway through.
I got bored of it in the first episode.
Yep.
I couldn't stand it. The acting was so bad. Like, I wanted to shoot myself.
Yeah, it was bad.
All right, so what do you guys say we wrap it up? We've been going on for quite a few, and I know we had a versus for this week, but that's probably going to add another hour to the conversation. So I think we'll shelf that and
do it real quick.
Nope, don't listen to Tony. So anyway, we'll shelf that and maybe we'll have a bonus and we'll have 2 versuses next week, and we'll start the show off with 2 versus topics because like I said, we've been going on for quite a bit and it's time to cut it. So any last words from anybody who'd like to chime in? Don't all speak up at once because you guys are just so energetic.
I'm already. Hopefully we could touch up on the X-Men movie next week. Also.
Yeah, we'll also be talking about X-Men. If anybody has any ideas for any versuses or any movies you guys could recommend or any topics you guys want us to talk about, we welcome that. And I guess that's pretty much it. We'd like to thank everybody for watching. We'd like to thank Harold's House Shoes Emporium for taking us out and.
Y'all can hear shoes.
Yes, that's exactly.
Of house shoes.
Yeah, he's sponsoring us, so I'm pretty excited about that. You guys will each be getting a pair of PopCulture Anonymous house shoes. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.